Hey team, it's Nathan from F45 Training Largo East, and I wanted to shoot a quick video to tell you about Whoop. So there's a brand new partnership with F45 Training and Whoop. Whoop is a fitness tracker. So it's this band I'm wearing here, and it is an athletic performance and recovery tracking tool. So I'm going to give you here's a quick agenda because there's kind of going to be an initial short portion of the video, and then we'll go a little bit longer for an expanded description. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, how the partnership works, and then give you some information on Whoop. Okay, so how this works is you get a free band in studio. So we have 30 of these bands, and you get a free band in studio. So you can just kind of ask us in studio, or you can sign up via the Google form that I'm going to put in the link to this video. So F45 and Whoop have partnered to give you a free 30-day trial of the band. So there's no cost for the hardware. Then you get a 30-day free trial. And in that free trial, you can join the F45 Largo community. So it's just F45 Largo members in the Whoop community. And then there's also an F45 global community. And so what you're going to do is you're going to track your workouts. And there's a brand new custom workout within Whoop. This is the only gym product in the whole world with the whole Whoop brand that has its own workout type. So, you might like pick spin class or high intensity interval training or walking or running. And are doing things around the house. Well, now you can pick F45 training as one of the options. So that's cool. So we'll pick that when you're working out in the studio. And then you'll also be able to work out with your global communities by joining F45 Largo and the F45 Training Global Community. So let's see, this is meant to pair with the challenge. So our 45-day challenge starts October 23rd. So you're going to see some images on the TVs and screen in studio and some of the marketing that's out there. Maybe you've got an email or two about the F45 Whoop challenge. So October 23rd is when our next 45-day challenge starts. So that's awesome. So we'll be cranking the 45-day challenge, and we'll be using enhanced fitness tracking with that. So it is a subscription model after that 30-day trial. So you really get a choice of, do you want to continue forward at a monthly or an annual price? There's never a charge to the hardware, and they send you new hardware if you need it. Or you can say no thanks, and you can ship it back. Okay, so just to be clear, you're responsible for paying for the follow-on membership or shipping it back. You can't just give it back to the studio. We're not going to ship it back for you. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So why am I excited about this? I've been wearing Whoop for about 60 days. Andy, our head trainer, has been wearing Whoop for almost a month now. And now all of our trainers and Justin have the Whoop as well. So if you have any questions about it, you can ask them. Of course, you can Google it. It's WHOOP, Whoop. And it is an athletic fitness tracker. So why Whoop, right? We've got Lionheart. You've probably got an Apple Watch or a Garmin or a Fitbit or something like that. And if you'll notice, there's nothing on here. There's no screen. There's no time. There's no step counter. It doesn't even track steps, by the way. We'll get to that. All it does is vibrate. So you can set a haptic notification or an alarm, so it can wake you up in the morning when you've hit your recovery target that you can set, or an exact time. And that's great because it doesn't wake up your partner or your pets, right? Right. And it also vibrates when you've met your workout or what they call strain goal for the day. So why Whoop? So for those that want to track sleep, recovery, and maximize their performance, Whoop is a premium fitness tracker built for athletes. I think that's a key point here, right? So Apple, Fitbit, and Garmin are great. However, Whoop takes it to the next level. So if you are focused on your health and wellness, you're on a journey to improve, and you love actionable data, Whoop is a good fit for you. That's why I like it. So Whoop actually complements the Lionheart, and it complements your other fitness trackers. So I would say that Whoop is a proactive fitness and proactive recovery and performance coach, and other devices are simply historical trackers, right? So it'll tell you how many steps you've done. It'll tell you that you did a workout and burnt calories. They do a good job of giving you zone analysis, these other fitness trackers, but Whoop is going to tell you, based on your sleep, based on your activities, based on key metrics that it tracks, which I'll get into here in a little bit, what your recovery is for the day, and then how hard you should go. And that's an important factor. So if you're going in and just killing it every single day, you might be overworking, right? Or maybe you need to push a little harder. So this is a recovery tracker. So it's proactive, actionable data that's predictive and coaching for you, versus these other tools that just kind of tell you what's going on. So Lionheart's for in the studio, because it shows up on the screen. It's for the 45 minutes to an hour that you're in the studio. Whoop is for the other 23 hours of the day because it's tracking your heart rate variability and other key metrics to give it information about how you're performing. So, so when you get started with Whoop, you're going to set a goal for yourself. Whoop then learns your body's baselines and patterns to coach you with custom recommendations on how to tailor your lifestyle, habits, training programs, and more, helping you unlock your athletic potential. Right. And it's designed by the world's leading human performance experts. It's used by elite athletes. A lot of pro golfers use it. A lot of runners, a lot of pro athletes use this. It's used by doctors. It's not a medical device, but it's professional grade technology that's really going to help expand what you're doing. So that's what's going on with Whoop. I love it. I'm going to give you a little bit more information here in a minute. Talk to Andy, talk to the other coaches, see how they like it, see if it's worth doing. I think for 30 days, why not? Right. It's going to give you plenty of warnings to say, hey, it's time to commit or cancel. So you'll get that chance to get a feel for it and say, hey, it's not for me. I don't want to spend the money, or this is going to help me take it to the next level. So I like it. So let's this is a good point to stop if you don't want to keep listening. Otherwise, I'm going to probably spend another maybe 5 or 10 minutes and really kind of go through some of how Whoop works and some of the details and why I like it so much. So it's an out of the studio performance and recovery tracking. Right. I mean, it's still you're going to track you're in the studio, but it's looking at all these metrics and you wear it all day long. In fact, you even charge it while you're wearing it is the idea. So the only time I ever take it off is sometimes in the shower because I just don't want the band to get wet, but it does dry pretty quick. Otherwise, it's on all the time. Let's see. It's particularly useful for seasoned F45 members that are looking to go to the next level because you're going to get those deeper analytics and you're going to make sure you're not overtraining. So if you're doing 2-a-days, or like 7 or more F45 workouts in a week, or you're doing this plus 2 other things, you might be overtraining, or maybe not. This is going to help you, right? So the Apple Watch and those other tools, they're not going to tell you if you're overtraining. This is going to be looking at your recovery, right? So it doesn't count steps because steps don't matter. Now, let me back up on it, be a little careful. Steps is a great way to motivate you to get up and move, right? And one of the key ways to strip body fat and to lose weight, which a lot of people are looking to do, is that low intensity, right? Keeping your heart rate in the kind of the zone 1 and 2 area, walking and moving around, not sitting in a chair all day, having a stand-up desk, sitting on a ball, an exercise ball. So you're creating instability. So get it moving. So the step counters are great for that. But just saying, hey, I did my 10,000 steps doesn't mean that you're doing what you need to do, right? So we typically have our phone with us. You can figure that out. Whoop is focused on other things. Right? Because it's only measuring the metrics that are scientifically proven to make a significant impact on your physical and mental health. There's a mental aspect to this as well. More to come. So it's tracking 99% heart rate and heart rate variability tracking accuracy. So for heart rate and heart rate variability, which is key to recovery, heart rate variability has a 99% accuracy and has gold standard sleep tracking. That's what they say. It looks pretty good. I've tried multiple sleep tracking tools, and I agree. It's awesome sleep data. So it's very powerful, very accurate. So here are a few things that I really like about it. Number 1, motivation. So I'm going to talk about motivation. So all fitness trackers are going to kind of get you that get up and move sort of motivation, right? So with this, there's a daily strain goal. They call it strain. That's basically how hard do we want you to work your heart, right? So how much cardiovascular energy do you want to expend? So there's a strain goal. And it's proven that fitness trackers that have goals like this are going to motivate you to be more consistent and more focused in your exercise. And you're more likely to reach your daily and long-term goals, right? So awesome motivation. I love it when it says, hey, Nathan, shoot high. Your recovery is strong. Let's get a really high strain day, right? And so I push even harder in the studio. So the strain goal gives you a goal and a target with custom recovery goal. It's a performance and recovery-based goal. And when you're overtraining and pushing too hard, it's because it's going to, while you're working out, it's going to buzz on your arm. You'll feel that happy response to say, I met my strain goal. Okay, do I want to keep pushing? I'm only halfway through my Saturday workout. Do I want to just keep crushing it, or is it okay to back off a little bit? Right? That's fine. It gives you recovery status and a journal, which gives you the why and the motivation to prepare for your day. So every morning when you wake up, the first thing that pops up is your journal. Now the journal doesn't impact the data, it correlates the data. So it's going to track things like caffeine, if you were on a plane, if you worked late, if you slept with a pet, because that tends to help. There's 100 things you can put in there, vitamins, supplements that you take, all these things. And and it starts with a zero, right? The goal is to say that if you're having routinely poor sleep and therefore low heart rate variability and then therefore low recovery, what are the things that are causing that? And being sick and alcohol for me have been the two biggest things. I had a flu-like thing 6 or 7 weeks ago, and that crushed my recovery. And then if I go and have a few drinks or even more, that crushes my recovery too. So that's part of the motivation of like, okay, am I wasting, am I just grabbing a couple beers for the heck of it? Or am I getting utility out of this alcohol? Like, am I drinking the good stuff that I want to drink? Like, let's not have 4 crappy drinks. Let's have 2 or 1 good solid drinks with friends, or maybe I don't even need a drink because I know it's going to impact my recovery. So that's the journal. So we're still talking about motivation. F45 Largo community. So you're going to join the community. You're going to see how you are performing relative to your peers when we're doing this Whoop trial. Okay. Number 2, recovery and performance. So there's a recovery score that measures how your body's adapting to the stresses of training, including lack of sleep, illness, and also menstrual cycle for the ladies, right? The more recovered you are, the more your body is signaling it's ready to take on more effort and therefore more strain. The less recovered you are, the more your body is telling you it's best to take it easy. So, I'm motivated. We have a lot of motivated people, but if your body's in recovery mode, it doesn't do a lot of good to go push super hard in the studio, right? We don't want to miss workouts. I know we got a lot of committed people, but you got to trust your body, and this is going to help you with that. So we're talking about recovery and performance, right? So the big thing is heart rate variability. So your recovery is calculating a scale of 0 to 100% during your sleep, and it looks at your heart rate variability, your resting heart rate, your respiratory rate, oxygen levels, blood oxygen levels, your sleep performance, and skin temperature to see how your body's adapting to physiological and psychological stress. It's not just working out. It's also crazy workday, crazy life impacting your stress. So there is stress monitoring. So let me hit that again. How does it determine your recovery? Sleep, heart rate variability, resting heart rate, respiratory rate, oxygen levels, sleep performance, I said that twice, and skin temperature to see how your body's adapting to physiological and psychological stress. So this is great. So the biggest influence by far is heart rate variability, but it also considers your health, behaviors, stress levels, hydration, and more. So it gives you a strain and performance recommendation. Know when you're primed for average or maximum performance and push yourself according to maximize your results in the studio, right? Sleep coach. Whoop is going to recommend when you should go to bed. It's always pushing me to sleep more, right? Adequate and minimum recovery can be chosen, and you can have it wake. I don't know how many people have this luxury of waking up whenever they want, but let's say you go to bed early. You can say, I want to wake up when I hit 85% recovery. Actually, you can do like 60% recovery, which is minimal. 85% recovery means I'm ready to perform, or 100% recovery is 100%. You wake me up when I hit one of these goals, you choose, or by 7 a.m. because I know I got to get up by 7 a.m. So don't let me sleep till 9 a.m. And so it's going to wake you up at the right time. If you met your recovery goal, then it'll wake you up a little bit early, perhaps. If you need more sleep, then it'll push on to the time that you say is your latest point where you can wake up. It's going to track all 4 stages of sleep. So there's a great report. There's slow wave sleep, REM, light, and awake. And it has excellent accuracy for this, so they say. Each stage of that sleep, slow wave, REM, light, and awake, serves a different purpose in your recovery. So it also has stress tracking. So stress tracking and assessment, including ways to reduce stress. This is the only device that helps pinpoint your stressors with real-time stress score. So you can pop up your phone, because there's nothing to look at here, and you can look at all this data in real time. It also offers science-backed breathwork techniques developed by neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Huberman to activate your parasympathetic response to help you feel calmer instantly. All right, and it has menstrual cycle tracking. Okay, we're getting there, folks. I'm almost done. So analysis. So I mentioned before, Lionheart's for the 1 hour in the studio, and Whoop is for the 23 hours of your life because things are going on, right? Whoop provides a lot of data, huge amount of data relative to other trackers, continuous monitoring of key health metrics, which are tracked and flagged if out of your baseline values. So this provides prediction of sickness and need to rest. So again, that's respiratory rate, blood oxygen level, resting heart rate variability, and skin temperature. We've talked about the daily journal. So why do I like it? How's it working for me? And I encourage you to talk to Andy, who's been doing this for a while. Justin, Nick, Molly, and Shay just got started a couple of days ago. It gives me a sleep analysis and recovery score, and I can feel it. I agree with it. being motivated and to push hard on high performance days. So I get that motivation factor. It's a powerful way to track my health and watch for out of range trends. I may feel sore after a workout, but if my recovery is good, then I'm motivated to go in and push it. So we can't use the excuse that we're sore, because we have this recovery and performance metrics that's telling us what we can do, what our body's ready to do. I think the journaling is very powerful, and it's really helping with positive reinforcement for my work. Drinking more water, less alcohol. So I'm helping moderate my intake on alcohol a little bit and have some decisions, whether or not to have dairy, food choices, make sure I get my supplements in. It also can track your calories, fat, carbohydrates, and protein because Whoop connects with Apple Health. So if you have an iPhone and you have Apple Health and you use things like MyFitnessPal, MyFitnessPal, if you log all your food and supplements for the day, not only will your coach see it during the challenge, but then it'll connect with Apple Health. Apple Health connects with Whoop, and then Whoop sees and starts to put that in your journal. So it's not going to influence your scores. So you don't have to do it. It's just going to be part of the journaling experience and help correlate over time, because Whoop is learning over time. So the longer you have it, the more it learns about you. It updates the baselines. It starts trending. You get a weekly report and a monthly report on how your sleep is doing, how your recovery is doing, your strain, your heart rate trends, your respiratory trends. So a lot of powerful stuff. So go ahead and give a shout out to the other trainers and see what they're thinking. We'll start handing these out tomorrow, Saturday. October 14th in the studio. And the idea is that this is queued up and you're ready to rock and roll for the challenge, but you can start it as soon as you're ready. But the 30-day time clock for the free trial starts as soon as you turn it on. So that's Whoop. I love it. Hopefully you'll give it a shot. We got 30 of them. So get to them as soon as you can. And let's keep crushing it, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks.